No, it's not a lie. The title is true. We've been living rent-free now for 2 months.
And we're going to tell you how to do it too.
House sitting is how we have been able to live rent-free for the last couple months. What does it involve? Someone needs us to look after their house. We go, we look after their house. We also look after their pets if they have any, which most of the time they do.
Everyone we've been to so far has had a dog.
That is essentially what house sitting is. You are looking after someone's house while they go on holiday. We do not get paid to house sit. What we do get is free accommodation and we do not have to pay any bills. So we trade our time in exchange for free accommodation and no bills. So it's a win-win situation, really. The only expense we did have to pay is sign up for the website.
But we'll go into more detail on that later.
So what does house sitting actually involve?
It is just the general maintenance of the house. Bins, taking in deliveries, cleaning, tidying, hoovering, whatever it is, watering plants, you know, it's whatever the house needs, we're instructed to do, we'll do it.
It also gives the homeowners that reassurance that there's someone in the house. Sometimes it does involve doing some gardening, garden work. However, we haven't experienced that. We haven't had to deal with that, mainly probably because it's winter in England, so no one's doing gardening. So it really does just depend on what the homeowner specifically has asked us to do.
Possibly the most significant part of house sitting though is looking after the pets. So we've done 2 house sits so far. Each house sit had a dog to look after. So whether that be giving them the medication that they require. So in the first one, dog required medication twice a day. In the second house sit, the dog required an hour walk twice a day, no matter the weather. It doesn't matter what it might be. You know, we've obviously offered our service to look after their pet as per their instructions, and that's just what you got to do. And I think we've actually enjoyed doing it.
You don't just get dogs.
No, you get anything: pets, hamsters, snakes, tarantulas, I don't know, horses. Oh, ew. You know, you might have a small farm to look after, well, probably not look after, but you know, just help maintain. You could have anything. And at the end of the day, it's up to you as the house sitter as to whether or not you decide to apply for that house sit. If you think there's too much for you to handle, you don't need to apply for it.
It's important to remember that this is someone else's pet. You are there to fulfill their wishes. It's their home that they are letting you stay in for free. Like, they're letting you stay in it for free, and you know, it's only fair that we fulfill their wishes, especially when it comes to their pets.
At the end of the day, it's about you offering the homeowner peace of mind while they're on holiday. If you're nervous about it, they'll probably be nervous about it too.
Yeah. So how do you actually become a house sitter though?
Well, there are 2 main websites in the UK. There's House Sitters UK and Trusted House Sitters. So we decided to go with House Sitters UK, the main reason being cost. It was more affordable compared to Trusted House Sitters. It was only £29 for the year and £3 for our ID to be verified. I guess probably for the fact that the homeowners have more peace of mind as to who we are. The other thing which was key for us was House Sitters UK had more listings in the UK than Trusted House Sitters, and obviously we wanted to fill up as much of our calendar with house sits that we could. There are a couple of downsides to House Sitters UK. The first one being that it doesn't include insurance. I don't know what it's like for the homeowner, but certainly from our perspective, there's no sort of extra liability cover. Yeah. The other thing being that, for example, Trusted House Sitters is worldwide, so House Sitters UK is not. They have got like connections, like their own company, but in New Zealand, Australia. So, and I do know that you can link your accounts, but you do have to pay an additional membership fee if you were to sign up for one of those as well.
So the other website that you could use is Trusted House Sitters. Now, the good thing about Trusted House Sitters, the pros, is that it is worldwide. So there are house sits all over the world that you can apply to. Another one is that it does give you liability insurance. Now, not if you pay for the basic. If you pay for the basic one, you don't get it. But if you pay for the standard, membership, you do get liability insurance included.
I think it's only like £2 a month extra.
Yeah, it's only £2 a month extra. So it does give you that peace of mind, and it also gives you vet calls as well. So if you are maybe a little bit more anxious, that's probably more the website to go for. Or if you're doing it in lots of different countries, wanting to do house sitting, then Trusted House Sitters is probably more for you. However, the cons of it, specifically in England and in the area that we were trying to be in, there isn't that many house sits, and to be honest, there isn't that many in New Zealand either. So we have found that there aren't as many in the countries that we specifically are planning on house sitting in. And also the price, I can see why they charge so much, because they have a lot more additional things that you get. But yeah, the price for us, it just wasn't, it wasn't affordable for us. For the basic, most lowest down membership, it's £99 for the year. It does say on the website, oh, it's only £8 a month. However, you cannot pay monthly. You have to pay your annual membership. So for us, that just really didn't work, spending £100 on something that we're only really going to be using until about November, and after that we wouldn't be using it. And it can go up to about £200 for the highest level of membership, is about £200. So we decided not to go for Trusted House Sitters purely out of affordability. But you know, I would still recommend them if you were going other places.
Is your happy cat?
I'm just covered in cat. Hopefully we have answered all of your questions on how to become a house sitter and how it all works. But if not, please drop us a question in the comments.
If we have piqued your interest in house sitting, then both of the links to the websites we've been talking about today, Trusted House Sitters and House Sitters UK, are in the description below. Feel free to go around and have a browse, because it is free to have a look, and maybe you'll start your house sitting journey soon. Make sure to like, subscribe and turn on those notifications, because we are going to try and be here for you every Sunday.